My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Capricorns. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing your general love reading, your 5 card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 12 red roses as a token of my love and appreciation for your love, support, and devotion towards my channel. And thank you so much for joining me today as well. So, this 5 card love reading includes that the first card represents you, the second, the other person, the third, the relationship, the fourth, the past, and fifth, the future. Then I'm going to draw Vampire Oracle for you, and then a Favole and 1 card from the French tarot deck of Le Tarot Interdit Vampiria. But let's get started with card number 1 for you, and you get Death. Scorpio energy. Maybe you have Scorpio placements in your star chart. But I just want to first say on one side is if you actually did lose somebody, in some way, my 100% sincerest condolences on so many levels, because I know how much, painful, the loss of a loved one, family member, spouse, companion, lover, whoever you currently may have, had to watch pass on and stuff like that. I'm always going to be here for you either way, and I just want to wish you all the best of luck and happy healing. But I'm also here for for any kind of reading. So if you need to have a personal reading based off of anything regarding grieving and stuff like that, or what have you, so forth in other ways. But let's look at a different angle, because a death upright is always about rebirthing. So it's renewals. It's pretty much kind of shedding what's benefiting you or working out for you. So maybe you've been through a divorce or a breakup as well, and now you're just kind of in the process of recovering and having this renewal and rebirthing phase that's taking place in your current time. But it could also be how you're actually entering into this new phase. Maybe you actually just proposed to somebody as well, and now, you're pretty much shedding off your singlehood and welcoming this beautiful companionship, this engagement, this potential marriage, or maybe you just got married and stuff like that, because that's kind of what the rebirthing is also about, is entering into this new phase. But let's see who the other person is or could be. 3 of Cups, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Okay, so on one positive aspect, it looks like that you guys did get engaged, that you're the one that proposed. The other person is just so happy and blissful in this situation where you think, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Well, you actually proposed to me and stuff like that. So congratulations on achieving that desired outcome and result. Or even marriage for that matter, because it's like you don't always need to have these grand, big, huge weddings, right? Maybe you only went to the courthouse, or maybe you actually just had a small gathering of your closest friends and family for that matter. But the 3 of Cups is definitely a wonderful, beautiful celebratory occasion on a different note. It could be from the other person, it could come from you. It could be, that you finally finalize your divorce papers and now you're celebrating the divorce and breakup as well. So I know I said it a bit too positive, but as long as it really does benefit you in other ways. Because a relationship, the Fool, taking a leap of faith, Aquarius energy. You could have been with an Aquarius, your neighboring sign coming up afterwards. So what this is all about is you probably did take a leap of faith. You probably expressed your love. You probably did propose to this person. And now you're in a beautiful, strong, hopefully strong, or at least, beautiful connection between you and the other person, because that's what this leap of faith is all about, is taking a risk. Because I know how stressful it is, especially, from the guys coming back, at least from my time frame, and even going through the different types of generations and stuff like that, is how when the guy gets on his knee to want to propose to the woman, how incredibly stressed out that person is, because you just don't know how the woman, how normally, or whoever guy out there is definitely going to be acknowledging. Are they going to be accepting and embracing this offering, or are they going to decline and refuse it for that matter and stuff? But so far it looks like that when you took a leap of faith and you achieve this beautiful desired outcome. Wow. But you could have also taken a leap of faith and actually also just, head off towards divorce and breakup as well. And I hope, and I'm going to wish you all the best of luck in that aspect. In the past, you got Hermit. Now, this could have also taken place at the start of August 23rd. Now, this is about having to go within and to do introspection and self-reflection, based on any kind of romance and love readings for that matter. Because maybe you were actually planning this leap of faith in other ways, where you pretty much just thought, okay, I'm in love with this person and I want to actually find the right time to propose to this person and stuff like that. So maybe this is where you were potentially already writing out your vows, maybe creating a plan, doing introspection, self-reflection on how you were going to actually go about this rebirthing process in today's love reading, at least. But anyway, you could have also been, writing out the reasons why why you plan to divorce and break up from, your current spouse or companion, lover, ex-husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever you're currently with or was, and stuff like that as well. Because in the future, you get Knight of Wands. Now, this is about like this passionate movement that's taking place, and it's pretty much, which direction it's going to be taking you towards a marriage potential, breakup, divorce. But again, this is pretty much like there's movement and development. And if you get a chance to watch one of my previous videos about the history of Elizabeth Bathory and about the history of blood, as long as blood is flowing through the human body, it means that it's about that the body is functioning properly. With any kind of movement and development, it means that your plan is either working, there's healing, but there's definitely a sense of knowing which direction it's heading off towards in other ways as well. So again, it is just a general reading. I'm just throwing out a couple of general feelings and sensations that I get based off of these cards. But let's see what Oracle wants to say. Eternal youth, energy, newness, and vitality. Now, this is what I'm talking about. New beginnings. I see that you pretty much headed off towards, this proposal, this offering, marriage, and engagement for that matter. So this is kind of what I'm seeing, is that there's definitely this new beginning. But of course, I'm just only mentioning one aspect. You could also be divorcing and breaking up from this person, and that's also going to be opening up this newness of eternal youth, of energy, and also newness and vitality, where you pretty much just think, okay, we've been, through the breakup and divorce phase. Now we're going to be entering into this rebirthing phase of this new life of wherever it's going to be taking us. But personally, I feel like, because we haven't come across like the pentacles, and what pentacles normally represent is like the engagement rings and wedding rings in that aspect. Because Favole wants to continue on with Four of Crosses, also known as the Four of Pentacles. So, you could end up, like in a very comfortable and very, like realistic, rational, grounded, and also just a real, good, stable, position in the future and stuff like that. Of course, again, whichever direction it's going to be leading you towards, but I'm just seeing that there's definitely going to be a sense of security. There's a comfort, stability. So, I hope, that you're in a long-term, loving, committed relationship with whoever you propose to, or whoever proposed to you as well. And that everything is just working out for you guys for the best in other ways. But on a different note, it could also be that you've been through divorce and breakup, and you're now entering into this new energetic lifestyle, but you're still in a very comfortable and also grounded and realistic position as well. Because Le Tarot Interdit Vampiria wants to finish off with La Force, also known as strength. So either you're going to be in a very strong, very, very, confident, and very, like powerful, very, like, or you could even end up with a Leo, maybe, like the bonfire, like the logs and fire kind of ambiance kind of, relationship. But anyway, I do see either, a Leo in your future, or you have Leo 9 traits in your star chart, or anyway, you're going to be incredibly confident, strong, bold, and you're going to be very passionate, stuff like that. So again, whichever direction it's going to be leading you towards. Even this Knight of Wands could definitely potentially be a Leo that's heading off towards you as well. But again, of course, it's all just a general reading, so take it how it resonates. So, but anyway, for all Capricorns out, I'm going to have to leave this love reading like this. I know it's a little bit, shorter than I had expected and anticipated, but other than that, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I love you guys incredibly. I really hope the best of luck on whichever direction it's going to be leading you towards and stuff like that. But I do see that you're going to be in a very strong, confident, passionate, maybe, you're going to have like so much, attention focused on you on so many levels. Maybe if you did actually lose, a potential loved one, which I really hope isn't the case, but yes, passings and movings and stuff like that is part of life. I'm sure my parents and family probably were grieving from, my loss as well and stuff like that, but I do see this rebirthing into this new confident, strong person as well. But anyway, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I want to wish you all the best of luck. In a few days, I'm going back to general readings. Not so sure I'll do those. But I'm also open for personal readings. And all you have to do is please let me know in the comments, section, selection, section, whatever it is called, below if you want a personal reading from me. And please feel free to browse through the different types of We have prices for personal readings and this project page web link that I have on my YouTube channel. But other than that, I want to wish you all the best of luck. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I love you guys incredibly.